Okay, this is a quick video on like how to like merge armatures, weight paint, etc. So first you need to turn all your armatures back on. So what I'm gonna do first is merge her body, which I'm just gonna rename to body, with her head. So I'm gonna look at these green names here for this. So I'm gonna uncheck join meshes and remove weight paint to merge all bones and apply transforms, and then I'm gonna click base, which is gonna be my body, to 11, and then my head, which is 10. I'm gonna click merge armatures, and now you can see that it all moves together. Which now I can just merge these two together because it's the body or the base, and then you can kind of just go through and like merge in hover order. I normally do hair, like body, hair, and then clothes, and then accessories, and I try to keep everything organized and like name everything as I'm going, and then I'll explain how to add these on in a second. So next hair is 2. That's gonna be her pigtails, and then 4. Okay, so hair needs bones to move, and that's something to remember when you're merging stuff. So I'm just gonna rename all these to what they are because it helps me with my toggles. And then and then when making toggles is a lot easier. And then next is clothes. So I'm gonna merge. Okay, actually, so see how I just hit that merge button and now her armature has this random ass bone right here. So instead of merging the armature like that, what you're gonna do is click on it. You're gonna click tab once your cursor's in scene, click A to select everything, and then click X, enter. And it should delete all of the bones in here, and then click tab again and merge it again. So what that's doing is getting rid of the bones that was already on the armature because we're re-weight painting it anyways. So it doesn't need to be rigged. We don't need that other armature. And then her tail, since we need this to move, we're going to we're gonna leave the bones there. I don't know why that took me such a long time. Okay, and then now I'm just gonna rename these to like clothes. And I always try to do this so that everything stays super organized. In Unity too, it's just like a lot easier, I guess. So now we're just gonna get rid of this. So basically every single time you want clothes on, just think of like, does it need to move or not? Like a skirt, if your skirt is rigged and has bones in the actual skirt, like for the mesh or whatever, so it moves, keep the bones. You can get like, I can show you with this one. So like say this right here, I don't want all of these bones. I don't need this chest bone or these other bones, so I can just delete them and then keep the bones that I need for it to be attached to. So since the chain is attached to the head, I would keep the head bone, and then I could merge it fine, and it would still have the weighting that it needs, if that makes sense. And then I'm just gonna merge armatures. Yep, there we go. And then so for these, you're just gonna click on one, click on the last one, hold your shift button, and while holding shift, drag up onto the armature, and then all of them will parent to the armature. Actually, I might switch them and make this. There we go. Okay. Right. Wait, no. Yeah, okay. There we go. So now I need to weight paint. So for this hat, instead of like weight painting how you normally would, I'm just going to show you how to do it like this. So most meshes don't have anything on it, so you're gonna click add armature, add modifier, and then click armature, and then there should only be one in there now. So click on your armature, control click in your hierarchy on the mesh you want to weight paint, go up here, click weight paint. Now I want you to control click on your head bone. So most of the time this will look like this. This is blue. So for weighting, red is the most. So if I want to move directly with it, then I'm gonna make it red, so now that's weight painted. So for instance, let's go to the horns. The horns don't have any armatures on it. I'm gonna click add modifier, armature, object, armature. Then I'm gonna click on my armature in my hierarchy, control click on my horns. I'm gonna click weight paint, click on the head because that's where it's supposed to be attached to. That's what I want it to move with. That's what I think about. I think, where do I want this to move? And then, so next would be the mask that she has on. This little mask right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add armature. But I'm not going to add an object right here. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to click add modifier, data transfer. I'm going to move this over a little bit so you can see it perfectly. Source is going to be your base, your body. That's what you want to take this like weighting off of. Then you're going to click, if it will fix itself, excuse me, thank you. Then you're going to click vertex data. You're going to open it. Excuse me. You're going to open it. You're going to click vertex groups. And this mapping, you're going to click nearest face interpolated or nearest face interpoled. Interpolated. That one. You're just going to click that one. And then you're going to click generate data layers. You're going to go up beside this little camera and you're going to click on this down arrow and click apply. Now you're going to select your armature. So now if I go into pose mode, just to show you, let me take off this hat too. You can see her mask moves with her head. Now, sometimes weight painting is not the best when you use the automatic one. Like you can see there's some clipping. So I'm going to pose it where I need to see the clipping. And then like just for this, because this is like really tight right here, I'm just going to sculpt out what I would need to fix said clipping. Like that. And then I'll click start pose mode again, which should put me back into T-pose. And then if I rotate her head again, there's no clipping. So that's basically how you do weight painting, is you just add that data transfer modifier. So I'll run that like really quickly again, and then you're set. So what you're gonna do, I'll do the second mask now, right? This already has an object armature. You're gonna click X. You're gonna click add modifier, data transfer. You're gonna select your base as the source, and then you're gonna click vertex data. You're gonna open the vertex data like little button thing, vertex groups, mapping, nearest face interpolated, and then you're click generate data layers. You're gonna click this little down arrow and click apply, and then you're gonna click armature. And now if I pose this model, you can see the mask moves We're supposed to. Now, if you want to check weight painting to see like if the mask is gonna move with like her arms or something, you can click on the mask and click on this little green thing. So you can see that has like all this stuff on it, which it really doesn't need all of that, but I think it's not connected to anything else. You can always check by just like posing stuff. But you can see what happens when you don't weight paint stuff. Like this armband right here is not weight painted and it doesn't move with the arm. Like this costume or bodysuit is not weight painted. Oh, I lied. It's weight painted. But it moves with the body. So that's what weight painting does, and that's how you do it.